Hey, what's up guys? Cool Dude here. And today I have a new gameplay. This gameplay is going to be different from probably a lot of stuff I uploaded. This isn't just a regular competitive match. This isn't a league match. This isn't a CB. This is actually Game Battles. I'm playing with my boy, Panic Proteus. This game was already recorded live, so I did have a live commentary on it. I didn't like the way it came out, so I cut out the commentary, so I'm just going to redo it on this. For anyone that wanted to know, is I record with a Hop HD PVR. That is the original PVR besides from the Elgato. So just going off of that, I record on that piece of shit. What a lot of people say. A lot of people think it's a piece of shit, but I actually like it. I use Audacity to do commentaries, and I use my gaming headset to do commentaries as well. I have like the cheapest Turtle Beaches you can get, like the $50 or $65 one, and most specifically the one that came with Black Ops 2. If you guys remember that one, the one that has like the cable, the cable that bends around. No, I'm doing 2v2s with Panic Proteus. Me and him go way back. He's been on my friends list since like Modern Warfare 3. We're finally starting to play together again after a long hiatus because he ended up doing his own thing for a while and I'm doing my own thing for a while. So that's what ended up happening there. Now, what I just want to talk about this video is because it seems like a great video to talk about weapon balance within a Call of Duty game. Now, as we all know, every Call of Duty kind of has an overpowered weapon, and then this, like I said yesterday, like yesterday's commentary had to do with skill sets or skill gaps within Call of Duty. Now, in order to have a skill bracket, which I talked about, you need a lot of things. Now, in order to have weapon balance within the game, you need to have weapons that are both that are weak at close range and that are really good at long range. What I mean by this is you have a submachine gun. Your submachine gun shouldn't be able to snipe people. You have an assault rifle. Your assault rifle shouldn't be able to compete with ARs at close range, which is a problem. But when I find to notice within the newer Call of Duty games, I believe this problem definitely started with Modern Warfare 3. It was the ARs started to become the most overpowered weapons starting in Modern Warfare 3 due to the perks being put in the game, such as Stalker and all that shit. Now, what I think needs to happen within Call of Duty is they need to remove Stalker, and then they need to bring the ARs with... ARs should only be able to be used with quick draw, so that way they can't become that way they can't be able to compete with subs. So, for example, within Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghost, if I just throw Stalker onto an AR, I automatically got a submachine gun. So there's no reason not to use an AR when it has very little recoil, very high damage, and very good range. And most of the time within these newer games, they have pretty high fire rates too. What I do like about Black Ops 2, though, compared to the other games, even though the ARs are still really good at close range, especially the Type 25 or the AN, is that they shoot very slow, and the advantage that you could have is if, for example, in this gameplay I'm using a Scorpion. The Scorpion will just tear right through whatever they're shooting at me with as long as I hit all my shots. Also, the other thing that I came to appreciate about Black Ops 2's weapon balance is not just because the difference between the subs and the ARs is because the subs actually have recoil. Like if we fast forward a couple years into Ghost, and fast forward a year back into Modern Warfare 3, the subs had literally no recoil. For example, the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3 and the MTAR from Call of Duty Ghost. So let's talk about this. Everybody's going to just flock to these weapons, and there's going to be no reason to use anything else, which kind of breaks weapon balance. It makes the game boring. You can't be flexible with it. Now, the other thing that I want to address in this commentary is how weapon balance needs to be executed properly. Weapon balance needs to be executed properly by having every gun within even reach of each other. If that makes no sense, let's talk about it. Also, in this game, what they did here is that if you let's compare the MTAR to like the AN-94. As everyone knows, you get the MTAR within Black Ops 2 at level 1 and the AN-94 at level 55. Someone that is good at the game is able to utilize the MTAR to its full capabilities, and it's able to outperform something like the AN. Now, what this means for everybody is that the game is very flexible in what you can do, which means that you don't get punished for trying to go for weapon challenges. As a Call of Duty Ghost, some weapons are completely demolishing others. So I don't know if this makes any sense at all, but every weapon within the AR class is just as good as all the other, like, weapon 1 in the AR class is just as good as weapon 3, and weapon 3 is good as weapon 4. Everything is just even to each other. The only differences within Black Ops 2, I believe, is reload time and fire rate. That's pretty much it. Every gun, for the most part, does the same damage, or if it's a weaker gun, it makes up for it in fire rate. Same thing with the snipers. All the snipers are pretty identical to each other with some strengths and weaknesses. The strengths and weaknesses of the snipers is the semis. They don't really get a lot of one-shot kills, but the bolts do. And then after the sniper nerf, the bolts were really slowed down. So it kind of made a better balance. If you missed, you got penalized a lot more and a lot greater. Now, the last thing I want to just point out about weapon balance is you got to look at attachments that are within the game. The attachments that are within the game can really make up the game. What I want to stress about this is attachments like Target Finder, which have no type of like loss to the weapon. Like a suppressor reduces damage over range. It's a really long system I really don't want to get into. But the Target Finder, it gives you tunnel vision, so you're staring at one guy for longer. So your accuracy is obviously going to be better when you're looking at one guy. A red ring pops up on him. A noise comes up when he runs into your target finder, and it just eliminates recoil from your weapon overall, which in my opinion is really stupid and something that needs to be removed from the game. Same thing with the tracker sight for Modern Warfare 3. I mean, not Modern Warfare 3. Same thing from the tracker sight from Call of Duty Ghost. It does the exact same thing, the exact same problem. Now, in order to have attachments that work, you need to keep it basic. You need to keep it to just the red dots. You need to keep it with just pretty much just red dots, just pistols with just extended mags, suppressors, red dots. Like I said, we don't want stock anymore. Nothing really. You don't want to do nothing too spectacular, nothing too futuristic. Like in Advanced Warfare, I don't know how they're gonna set it up. I saw a little bit of attachments. I don't want to talk about it, but that's just my thoughts on the weapon balance within the game. My opinion, the most well-balanced game that we've had to date was probably Black Ops 2. But what happened with Black Ops 2 is the game became too equipment-driven. So in my opinion, what became the most balanced game to me ended up being the future of, quote-unquote, the future of COD, which is Call of Duty 4, what people like to call it. Reason why I think Call of Duty 4 was the best balanced game was because how simple it was, how basic. You could only put one attachment on a weapon. You could carry 3 frag grenades off of a perk. RPGs were off of a perk. There were no secondaries besides pistols. Just that simplicity is what made that game so effective and so good and so much fun. And I believe that they need to learn from the simplicity of COD 4, because I'm not the only one within the community that'll probably agree with this. I know there's a lot of you that would agree with this too, that we would rather see a redub of Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4 just to say that there's a COD game that is actually very good now. That's just my thoughts on it. This has been cool, dude. I can't really see the scoreboard because I'm recording this on my computer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been cool, dude. This was a GB match. I believe this team was 4-0 when we beat them. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Bomb offline. You will be rewarded.